Grandma, what are you doing here? I thought you were going to a movie.
Well, we were, but it's been a while since I've seen you. You've been taking your Perk show, and Walter suggested that we come down here instead. He's so thoughtful.
Yeah, he's so thoughtful.
I was hoping to get you see you working with your camera crew today. You always do such a good job, and I know your show's going to be wonderful.
Thanks, Graham. And I know you're so supportive, you know. But Dirk, he's in the back right now doing a filler segment with Joe. He likes to cut it up. It makes the audience appreciate me more, you know. So, yeah.
I mean, you were just talking to a couple of customers here, Linda and Valeria, and you just knew stuff about them that there's no way you could know. I mean, that's like a gift from God. Is that what you're telling me? It's some kind of...
Absolutely.
Okay, I brought all the coffee filters and the napkins and the paper towels.
Hey, Joe. Is something wrong?
No, nothing. But thanks for asking, though.
You're sure you're okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Dirk!
Huh? What?
My life is ruined!
Okay.
Welcome to the feedback portion of the program. This is where we get to respond to your feedback. You know what? We like to hear from you. So go to hisplace.tv and leave a comment about the program. Whether you like it or whether you have a problem or whatever, just leave a comment. We like to hear from you. Just like Carrie, it says, I love the fact that I can watch shows online for free. Yes, they're for free, Carrie. And I'm looking forward to more episodes of His Place. Listen, if you ever miss an episode of His Place, you can always go online to hisplace.tv and watch the program incomplete. Now, we release them the day after they air in the studio or live over broadcast, but you can always watch it online. So you got a comment, question, feedback, His Place TV. Just small coffee, please.
Wait, small coffee? You always get the caramel mocha lead and I get the mocha latte and a muffin. And are you cutting back? You have heart problems?
Nothing like that. I am cutting back, though, because there's some things that I want to do.
Oh, you mean like buy a new car or a big vacation?
No, nothing like that. See, I've started 20 for 20. It's this way that I can reach out around the world through my neighborhood and literally around the world. It's Cornerstone Television's new outreach program where 20 for 20 stands for $20 a month for 20 minutes. Basically, for $20 a month, if I skip a few muffins and a few scones every month, then what I can do is support 20 minutes of Cornerstone Television's broadcast day.
Well, no, they broadcast in my neighborhood, around the country, and around the world, right?
Yeah, well, my $20 is bringing the gospel to my neighborhood as well as around the world, but it's doing more than that. I'm feeding and clothing orphans. I'm also seeing families restored. And you know what? The other night, somebody called, and they were at the end of their rope. Somebody prayed for them. Their life was changed. I like to believe that that was my 20 minutes. That's worth skipping a few muffins a month.
Hey, Joe. Joe, buddy. Hey, I knew something was wrong, didn't I? Here, come on, have a seat. Have a seat. Listen, Joe, you can talk to me about this, okay? Tell me all about it.
I mean, wife, delivery business, done, leaving me. Why? I mean, I just can't talk about it. Oh.
Okay, you know, I wasn't sure how today was going to go, you know, with Phil trying to take over and Marcus, you know, playing to the camera all the time. But this right here could be really good. This could be what we're looking for, okay? So no matter what happens, keep shooting, all right? Hey, Joe. Joe, buddy. Hey, man, you got to get this off your chest. All right, this is eating you alive, and that's not good. I mean, you keep things like this bottled up inside you, and it could affect you. It could affect you in ways that, you know, you just can't imagine.
I know, it's not good holding things in like this.
No, you're darn right it's not.
I mean, I usually come to Tim with problems like this.
Sure. Well, of course you would. And you know, Tim, he's a caring guy. He really is. But Joe, I care about you too, Joe. All right? You know, Tim, he's busy a lot of the time. So why don't you tell me what's going on?
Yeah, Tim is really busy.
Yeah.
I mean, you really don't mind talking to me?
No, Joe, you can bend my ear anytime you want to. All right, friend?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So how do you know that stuff? I mean, total strangers. You've never seen them before, and you just are able to walk up to them and tell things about them that only they know.
It is simply a supernatural gift from God. It is something that I can own. It is just how He's gifted me, and that's why I always contribute the praise to Him.
Well, how do you know? How do you know it's not you? How do you know that it's a God thing? I mean, have you learned to hear is there some kind of way that you hear a voice differently? How is it that you hear from God?
First of all, I know it's not me because, number one, I don't know the people. I could not know their situations. I don't live near them, nor around them. So that's why I know it's God. It is simply a voice. It is as if a child in a crowd of 20, when his mother or father calls him, he'll know exactly who it is because he become accustomed to that voice.
So do people like freak out when you begin to tell them stuff, stuff that only maybe they prayed about or no one else has known, and they've just talked to God about, or maybe they've talked to their husband or their wife or someone like that, but a total stranger wouldn't know?
Absolutely. They freak out. Their mouth comes wide open. They ask, how do you know that? And they'll even say, who told you? They'll even say, you're planted, you're not real, what's going on? And I get that all the time because of the accuracy. God seeks to bless people personally, and He wants to do it in perfection. And so when He does it absolutely 100% right.
Now, there are people in the church that say, this kind of stuff passed away when all the disciples, died, it died with them.
I was one of them.
Okay.
I was one of them. I didn't believe in that, but then I began to see clearly, and when it happened to my own life, God allowed it to happen to my own life first, and then He granted me, not worthy, but He granted me with the same gift.
Somebody gave you some kind of prophetic word or something?
Yes. I was given a word when I began to see things that I knew that naturally by my 5 senses, I should not have been able to know. And they helped me to see that it was the gift of God, because I was afraid when you begin to see things and say things and they would happen immediately. Or you would know situations, detail of people's lives that again, you had no other way of knowing. And so then they explained to me what was going on, and I was blessed to be blessed with that opportunity to share with people.
Now, there's a lot of unsurety in the world. I mean, people, looking for something, looking for some kind, and so people go to all sorts of places. I mean, they go to psychics, they go to church, they read their horoscope. They, all these different things are ways that people, try to bring some kind of, hope or solidity to their future because of the uncertain times.
Right.
What's the difference between, what you do and what a psychic does, or somebody, looking on their, for their horoscope or something and saying, what, maybe these are words of encouragement. These are insights that I won't get any other way.
Well, I hear that question all the time. First of all, the difference is those things are probable, possible. Anything God says is sure and exact. And the difference between the prophetic and the psychic, perhaps, is the same difference between a homeowner that has a weapon for his safety and a robber who intrudes a home to take away their safety. You have a tool and a gift, and both people have it, but one person could use it for the good, one person can use it for the negative.
It's
I don't mind getting you cream of coffee. I like the cafe better when waiters came over to serve us, like it should be all the time. Self-serve coffee, what nonsense. Marcus should be out here doing his job instead of worrying about that Dirk show.
Don't you start playing word games with me, Walter Wiley. My Marcus's show is called Perks, not Dirks. And he's a busy young man. Takes after me in a lot of respects. Did I ever tell you about the time I worked down at the Hallelujah House serving coffee and sandwiches to the whole homeless people?
As a matter of fact, you have several times.
Yes. Well, do you think we can go and see that movie tomorrow? There's a matinee tomorrow afternoon. I know you really wanted to see it.
I did, but I enjoy spending time with you, Lottie.
You are such a charmer.
What can I say? It comes natural. Is it working?
I mean, I don't even know where to start.
Well, Joe, I find that when you don't know where to start, it's usually good just to start right from the beginning.
Okay. My great-great-great-grandfather used to be a delivery man in the old country. I mean, he used to deliver milk in a horse-drawn wagon. I mean, it was kind of tough, though, because a lot of the bottles got broken because they didn't pave streets back then. I mean, but then he immigrated to America, and that's all he knew, so it became the family business. I mean, my grandfather, my uncles, my dad, everybody. It's like it's in the Mansky blood.
Joe, wait. What does this have to do with your wife leaving you for another delivery man and going off to Hawaii?
My wife is doing what? Oh, no!
Joe, isn't that what you just told me a minute ago?
A delivery business done. Why, wife? Oh, no.
All right.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for an aspirin because I have a headache right now.
Oh, my wife always says that. Here.
Thanks, Joe. Okay, you know what? Don't even ask. Don't even ask. Like I told you, I'm trying to get everybody's backstory.
Well, when are you going to film mine?
I already filmed yours several times.
Yeah, well, I wanted to change some of the answers to the questions that you asked me.
What? Marcus, come on. You can't change the answers to your life story. You don't get do-overs in life.
Well, I figured, if I changed the answers, it would make me sound more interesting and mysterious. Because people in TV land, they like mystery.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, dude. What is wrong with him?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I guess his wife ran off with a delivery man, and they took his truck and went to Hawaii. I don't know.
Wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. How do you drive to Hawaii?
I don't know. Look, I'm still trying to figure it out, okay? Look, go. Here, Joe, thank you.
So why is this so important now? I mean, why now? Why this kind of mini explosion of God speaking to people directly through prophetic voices?
Because, number one, the time is not long as it has been. And God wants to give clear.
Until the Lord comes back.
Yes, until the Lord comes back. And so he wants to give clear. We don't have enough time to, make as many mistakes or, sort of spin our wheels. He wants to give us direct words so that we can reach our destiny and our purpose within the time frame that he's given us and certainly fulfill our destiny.
So is this like besides the Bible or in addition to, or how should people take this stuff when, they should be reading their Bible too?
Well, this does not replace your Bible study, your time with God, your prayer. This is a gift. What prophecy is? It is simply a gift from God. It is a gift that you don't have to pay for. Your servant, your devotion to God, trying to do right. It's almost like a gift He gives you, like an empowerment, like a vitamin, to sort of push you to the next level, to give you clear direction again. And it's very needed. It's essential for this time.
So it just basically helps people to say, if they're in the Word, if they're in their Bibles and they're reading every day, they're praying, and it's another way of somebody comes along and says, listen, you know what? You've been reading your Bible, you've been praying,
yes,
and God just wants you to know, hey, I've heard your prayers.
It confirms that you're doing the right thing.
His place.
Just small coffee, please.
Wait, small coffee? You always get the caramel mocha lead and I get the mocha lot on a muffin. And are you cutting back? You have heart problems?
Nothing like that. I am cutting back, though, because there are some things that I want to do.
Oh, you mean like buy a new car or a big vacation?
No, nothing like that. See, I've started 20 for 20. It's this way that I can reach out around the world through my neighborhood and literally around the world. It's Cornerstone Television's new outreach program where 20 for 20 stands for $20 a month for 20 minutes. Basically, for $20 a month, if I skip a few muffins and a few scones every month, then what I can do is support 20 minutes of Cornerstone Television's broadcast day.
Well, no, they broadcast in my neighborhood, around the country, and around the world, right?
Yeah, well, my $20 is bringing the gospel to my neighborhood as well as around the world, but it's doing more than that. I'm feeding and clothing orphans. I'm also seeing families restored. And you know what? The other night, somebody called and they were at the end of their rope. Somebody prayed for them. Their life was changed. I like to believe that that was my 20 minutes. That's worth skipping a few muffins a month. Do you know that your morning cup of coffee can help clothe, feed, rescue, and care for the poorest of the poor? I know it may seem hard to believe, but it can happen. His Place and Kiva Han Coffee have joined forces to bring a special blend of coffee that will change the world. Hope Coffee is a direct trade coffee, which means that the families of the people who work hard on the coffee farms receive the funds directly from their harvest. In addition, the profits from Hope Coffee go to help rescue children in impoverished countries and bring the message of God's love to people all around the world. For a limited time, for your gift of $37, we'll send you as our thank you a His Place mug and a 12-ounce bag of Hope Coffee. Together, we're changing the world one life at a time through one cup of coffee at a time. Send your gift today.
It would be my treat to take you to the movies tomorrow. I enjoy sharing a bucket of popcorn with you.
My grandmother used to pop it in the fireplace. That was a treat. Not like today when you go down to the store, buy it, put it in the microwave, and have it whenever you like. Oh my goodness. Did I tell you that already too? Well, the important thing is I enjoyed sharing a bucket of popcorn with you as well. Can we get extra butter like we had last time?
Certainly, Lottie.
Thank you, Walter. Oh, I need to check with Marcus to make sure of his schedule. He worries about me so much, and I don't want him concerned about my going and coming.
Well, I'll talk to him and let him know if you would like.
Oh, that would be wonderful. He respects you.
And I respect him for taking care of you, Lottie.
He is the most wonderful grandson. And yes, I know I've said that before, but I can't say it enough.
Okay, so you're not leaving with some other delivery guy and going to Hawaii? You sure? Okay. I don't know how these rumors get started, but I'll be home real soon. Okay, love you, thanks. I do not know where you heard the rumor about my wife, but she is not leaving me.
I never said your wife was leaving you, Joe. You said your wife was leaving you.
I did?
Yes, you did. Okay, Joe. Joe, why are you crying? Your wife's not leaving you, Joe. Everything's fine.
Everything isn't fine. I mean, my wife isn't leaving me, but she wants me to give up the most important thing that means to me. I mean, other than my family, that is.
Okay, hey, Joe. Joe, I'm here for you, buddy, okay? Tell me, what is the most important thing in your life, other than your family?
She wants me to sell my delivery business.
I thought it was something serious.
It is. Have you been listening to me? The delivery guy, the delivery is my most important thing to me.
Son, I need to talk to you.
What did I do wrong now?
Nothing.
Okay. Well, I never seen you look so serious. What's going on?
Well, maybe it's nothing. But has your grandmother been feeling well?
Yeah, she's fine. We had a doctor's appointment last week, had a little checkup, and everything seemed like it was going fine. Did she tell you something?
No.
Oh, well, see, everything's fine then.
Well, I've been noticing that Lottie's been repeating herself a lot lately. And she seems to be forgetting things and losing things.
Oh, well, that's because she's 78 years old. I mean, she forgets things all the time. And if she's repeating herself, that's because she always has to do it with me.
So I just want to know if you notice anything. Your Gram is my best friend, and I care about her a whole lot. I just want to make sure she's taken care of, you understand?
Sure. I mean, I certainly appreciate that, and I'm sure she appreciates that too. And I know she cares the same way about you. So please, don't worry about her. I'm sure she's fine.
All right, we're going to the matinee tomorrow.
All right, enjoy it.
What was that all about?
We was just talking about the movie we're going to. You know how Marcus is, want to know every little detail.
Yes, he certainly does, especially when it comes to me. I tell you, that boy just worries all the time, but he takes good care of me.
Yes, he does.
It's nice to have people like that in your life.
It's nice to have you in my life, Lottie.
Thank you, Walter. You know I feel exactly the same way.
So is there anything where, you had this word from God and it dramatically changed somebody's life?
Yes, sir. Actually, it was in the small town of Alverton, Pennsylvania. Okay. There was this young lady. Her name is Mama Lizzie, 84 years old. She was given 21 days to live, thereabout.
What, she have cancer?
Yeah, she had bone cancer. She was in the 4th stage and only 21 days to live. The last day, she had been assigned a hospice and a bereavement specialist to, assist, with the death in the family. The last day of her life, she came to the service there, a very wonderful church that I attend, or that I minister at, and I began to minister the word of knowledge, which means God let me know something about you. Okay. I began to speak to her son first, and then I began to say, he was saying that he began to take care of his mom, and she was sitting beside him, and the Lord began to say again information about her, which is word of knowledge, about her falling, and then it went from her falling to there's a stream behind your house, and you've been dealing with some issues, and it just began to happen. Information after information, God began to show me. Long and short, today she is healed. No cancer. They took the patches off the same night immediately. She was not able to walk up the stairs. She had one of the stair riders that is no longer operative, or needed rather. She was in a wheelchair, and she only sits in it now because she says it's comfortable. She was not able to walk. She said that she would not be able to do any lawn work. Now, she's not only driving, she's not only the bereavement specialist and the hospice. They have new jobs because she no longer needs them. She herself manned 17 acres with her riding lawnmower, her weed whacker, all of that. I mean, she takes care of herself, does all the manicuring of the lawn. She beat us up the steps. She's wonderful, and she has gone back 3 separate times for checkups, and undeniably there is no sign of cancer. Bones are completely, and the doctor, one doctor wasn't necessarily sure to say it, but so a second opinion, and he quoted and said that he did not mind quoting that this was a miracle. 3 days ago, she returned again. Same thing, no bone cancer in sight. And all of that, I did not know her. She's one of my best friends now.
Yeah. So there's proof that she had this cancer.
Yeah,
and it wasn't like somebody came in and just said, well, I feel like I might have cancer. Or something. I mean, there's documented proof that she has stage 4 cancer, bone cancer.
Yes.
And through some kind of prophetic insight, you prayed for her and you spoke to her, and God healed her.
He healed her.
And she's gone back to the doctor.
Back to the doctor.
And the doctor said, listen, there's no cancer here.
So
at 84 years old.
Told her not even to come back, just live. Just live. And they said, this is shocking. This is not supposed to happen. We just knew we'd see something. Nothing at all. I mean, and she's skipping, literally skipping around, driving herself. I mean, doing everything they told her she'd never do again.
Mm-hmm. So why do you think her? Why of all the people? Why do you think her? 84 years old. You got kids with cancer. Why do you think her?
I believe that it just wasn't a word spoken over her life, because I can prophesy all day to you, but faith has to be activated. In other words, you have to believe it, not necessarily me, but you have to first of all to believe in God and that He rewards those. Now, why her? That was God's choice, and it's happened to many more people before. Healings. There was one lady who I saw that she was not to take a particular route home. I didn't know where she lived. I saw the street name and everything. I said, instead of going right, go left. That day when she got home, on the news, there was a head-on collision with a transfer truck. And what they had said was anyone that had gone that way because of the curve, they would not have seen it and would have been a part of it. Her life was saved.
Okay, you know what the problem is now. What should I do?
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
Well, You said that you cared and that I could cry on your shoulder.
No, I care. I mean, I care, Joe, but hey, man, I don't know anything about the delivery business.
Well, I said I used to take all these problems to Tim, and you told me that you would...
Hey, you know what? You know what, Joe? Look at there. Look at there. Tim, I don't think he's busy right now. So I tell you what, why don't you go tell Tim everything you told me. Tell him everything, all right? And we got enough footage of you. We should be good. Go ahead. Go on.
I want to know why everybody's a delivery man's friend until he has a real problem. Tim, I got a real big problem I need you to help me with.
Sure, Joe. What's going on, man?
My wife wants me to sell my delivery business. I mean, you know, she does the books, and it's a real bad economy right now, and this bigger company called her up and asked her, you know, if we want to sell the business, and she told her, yeah. I mean, how could she do that to me, Tim? She said we could use the money to go to Hawaii.
Wow, I'm sure sad to hear that. So you sold the business?
Well, not really. I mean, I didn't sign the papers yet. I mean, but I can't get her to get off my back about it. I mean, you know, first my daughter went to college, and now this. I don't know what I'm going to do, Tim.
So, hang on, Joe. So do you need the money?
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, we can all use the money. I mean, it can really help out with, you know, my daughter's education, but I don't want to retire or anything like that.
Joe, listen to yourself. Here's what you need to do. If you can afford it, you need to buy the tickets to Hawaii, okay? You and your wife, you know, you're both kind of feeling empty because this empty nest syndrome. What she really needs from you right now is some quality time. You guys, you spent 18 years of your life investing in your daughter, and now she's feeling empty. She's feeling like, okay, where do I go from here? And she's looking for you to give her some of that time and that tenderness and that compassion and to be involved in her life. Okay, that's really what needs to happen here. So don't freak out. Just realize what you're facing and say, okay, you know, I love my wife. I probably just need to show her that I really do love her. Spend some quality time.
I mean, we do spend the quality time. We do a lot of things. I mean, I take her places and stuff like that. I mean, I just don't know what else I can do with her. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, both you guys, you did a great job in raising your daughter. Now it's time to do a great job in reconnecting as a couple. To say, you know what? It's important. Our lives, for the rest of our lives, we're going to be together. Let's make it great. It doesn't have to be the end. It can be a new beginning. Think about it that way.
Hey, I really appreciate you talking to me, Tim. You know, a lot better than Dirk advice he gave me. I mean, this will be the last time I ask him for any advice.
Why would you go to Dirk for advice of the heart anyhow?
I don't know. I was trying to give you a break. I figured you were busy. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man. But
I appreciate it.
I'm always here for you, you know?
All right, Tim. Man, I better...
His place, his place, his place.
All right, thanks for tuning into His Place. I know there's a lot of other places you could be tuning in, but you tuned in here. Thanks for that. If you want more questions and answers about His Place, go to hisplace.tv. On the next His Place, check it out. Winning America founder and President Don Nixon's going to be here, and the cast is talking about the church and the nation today. And Dirk tells Tim he can stop reading the Bible and pray. I don't know about that one.